Hello again, everybody. This is Nick Dolan with WatchTalkWorld.com. And up for review today, we have something that's it's pretty special. Special to me because it's my first COSC certified watch. For those of you familiar with what it means to be a chronometer, you guys know that how cool it is to have a watch with this designation. And for those of you unfamiliar with what it means to be a chronometer, it's basically a test of a watch's movement in different positions and different temperatures to, guarantee a certain degree of timekeeping accuracy. Basically, watch companies or movement manufacturers will send off movements to COSC, which is an independent party here where they just test movements, and I believe the testing's 21 days where they test it in 5 positions and 3 temperatures, and the overall mean accuracy has to be within -4 seconds to +6 seconds a day, which is pretty nice. And if some of you out there aren't familiar with mechanical watches, you're thinking that it's pretty awful that a watch is losing or gaining that much a day, it's something special when a watch driven by gears and wheels and springs can be over 99% accurate, considering there's over 80,000 seconds in a day, and this one has to be within a few seconds to get this certification. Now, on to the watch. The watch itself is right at about 50 millimeters, much like the Russian diver I just reviewed. And what I like about it, I like textured dials, and this one's pretty sharp. It's not a carbon fiber texture, but it does have a good texture to it. I like polished indices. There's no lume on them, which is kind of a drawback, but the hands have a pretty good bit of lume to them and seem to be pretty bright, but I've not tested it too far yet. Again, big watches usually mean a big case, but you can see just the case curves pretty well, and you don't need as big of a wrist as you would with the Russian diver to really pull this one off. Although on Shop NBC they called this a timeless design. I don't know if I'd go that far, considering its size. It's not going to be confused for a dress watch, but it's definitely a bit more casual than the very sporty Russian diver. Powering this, we have a chronometer grade Sellita SW200. We have solid end links that fit very well with nice tight tolerances here. I wasn't expecting it to fit as well as it did, but pleasant surprise. Scissor style clasp here, fits very securely. A little bit of rattle. This is for those of you who own reserve level Invictas, this isn't a reserve, and I don't think it was meant to be. I think it was meant for people who enjoyed mechanical watches, and it was meant to be a watch designed for people who otherwise couldn't afford a chronometer level watch. Because like I said, there's very few other opportunities to grab a chronometer at much under, say, $750 to $1,000 range, with most of the chronometers being from Breitling, Omega, and Rolex. So you're in pretty good company when you have this certification. And the quality of the watch isn't bad by any means, but it's not on the reserve level. Just you got some corners that could have been rounded off a bit better. Brace has a little touch of rattle to it, but it's not bad by any means. On this side over here we've got a signed crown, which is nice. I like the signed crowns. No engraved Invicta logo here. And otherwise, these models are kind of tough to find. From what I can see, these were kind of modeled out there 2 or 3 years ago, and I happened to stumble upon this one through dowatch on eBay. Overall, I'm very pleased. I mean, where else can you find a chronometer watch new for under $400? And I bet the only other cheapest chronometer I can think of might be the Mitos, and maybe I think those sell for right around $600, and then from there you're probably looking at Stowa or maybe some of the Seamaster Pros. There's probably some more in between there that I can't think of right off the bat. But I'll go ahead and give you guys a quick wrist shot. Just letting you take a good look at it here, and we'll try to get you a bit of a view to it. And then again, large watch, but that's how I like it. Not quite as out there as a Russian diver, but very comfortable and very well balanced. You know, Invicta makes several relatively affordable chronometers. If you guys are out there who want a chronometer, check Invicta out. Thanks.